Hi, I'm the academic astrologer, and I got a comment on one of my videos the other day that I wanted to talk about. Now, I live on my Mars descendant line, Mars opposing Neptune, so I can get, and also Pluto near the MC, or at least it's in the same house as the MC in my 11th house, so I can get negative comments from people, but I still feel like this is important for me to get out there and do these videos, even though I get negative comments. And I'm a Sagittarius rising, so I think I do have some positivity in my life. But I also have a Cancer sun in the 8th house, so there can be like this tension between positivity and gloominess. But anyways, so this comment was on my Pluto MC astrocartography video, and that was kind of a difficult time in my life in many ways. I guess the purpose of that video is to hopefully warn people that, you can go to your Pluto MC if you'd like, you can go move there, but I don't think it would be my top place to recommend unless you're a very powerful person and you want more power. I'm sure there could be certain instances where it would be a benefit for you to go to your Pluto MC. I believe that Prince lived on his Pluto MC, and of course he was very powerful in the music industry. But generally it's not the most positive line. There's probably better lines out there that you could go to. And so part of the purpose of doing that video is to show that maybe it's not a line you want to go to. They said that they listened to me talk for 15 minutes. They were hoping they were going to learn something, but they just heard someone complain for 15 minutes, which that's probably valid. But it would be kind of hard to be all unicorns and sunshine with a Pluto MC video. If you know anything about astrocartography, I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure I could do a video focusing on all the good things that happened. But, I did have 2 losses. I did have a very toxic boss. I had a lot of negative experiences. Of course, there's positive ones, but, I'm just trying to give you a picture of what you might face if you go to your Pluto MC. But it also got me thinking that I watched this fascinating video by Eliza Kelly on her podcast, and she was talking about how some people just have difficult placements, and that's just their lot in life, that they have difficult placements. And I do feel like I have some of those negative, challenging placements, like the sun in the 8th house. I have the malefics on the angles, like Mars on the descendant. Pluto's in my 11th house with my MC. It's not quite on the MC, but it's in the vicinity. And then I have Saturn in the 10th house. So, it's like, some people, they're lucky and they have like Venus on the descendant or Jupiter on the MC or, these lovely things, but that's not me. And, the thing is that sometimes having these challenging places, it can, number one, inspire you to overcome those challenges and still have a pretty decent life. And I think I do that. I think I'm a successful member of society, and I do try to be positive. But I'll be honest, I have like some of these negative challenges, and I've had some, I guess some people have told me that my name means lucky, but they don't specify whether it's bad or good luck. And I have had a lot of good luck in life, but I've also had a lot of bad luck in life. Like my dad died when I was 4. I had 2 very tragic losses that I've talked about publicly quite a lot. So I have had some really and a lot of health issues that I've had multiple surgeries for. So I have had a lot of challenges. Oh, Neptune on the ascendant also has been very challenging as well, like almost right on the ascendant, like 1 degree off. That generally causes health issues that people have trouble curing, that they don't really know what's wrong with you. So, I do have a lot of these experiences, but I hope that through these experiences, my hope is that I can help other people, that it's not just to wallow in my constant pain, that I live with constant pain all the time. So it's not to wallow in my constant pain. It's not to wallow in these, like I live on my Mars descendant and my Moon descendant, Mars conjunct Moon, which is kind of a mixed bag. That's where I live. I also have lived on my Pluto MC. So I've almost only lived on challenging lines. That's my experience. But I hope that I can help you choose to live on a good line. I may not be in a place in my life where I'm going to move to a better line. And actually, I have negative lines crossing all of the US, and if I want to stay in the US, it's kind of challenging to find some place that works for all of my family and also is a positive place for me, just because I have negative lines like crossing almost all of the US. But that's fine. But hopefully I can help you to live in a positive place. Hopefully I can help you to overcome your health challenges, your pregnancy losses. I mean, hopefully that something good can come out of my challenges that I've experienced. I mean, that is my hope. But yes, if you're coming here all for unicorns and sunshine, I would be deceptive to myself to only focus on the positive when there is some challenges. And when I listened to that video from Eliza Kelly, it was reassuring that yes, there's people that have a difficult, challenging lot in life. Like, there are people that have an amazing lot in life. I mean, most of us have a mixed bag. Mars and Saturn and Pluto are going to be somewhere in your chart. So you're going to have some challenges in life. I mean, that's just what we all get. But some people do have a more positive, easy life, and some people do have a more challenging life. That's just fate. That's just our lot in life. We can do the best that we can with our life, and we can choose to be as positive as we can and to focus on the blessings that we have. But that's just life, that some of us are going to have challenges. And you know what, those other people that are having health challenges, that are having pregnancy losses, that are living in a difficult spot, that are having the toxic bosses, then they find comfort that they're not the only ones, that they're not the only weird ones out there dealing with challenging circumstances. So I hope by spreading my challenges that you can, number one, avoid them, or that you can leave your challenging circumstance by moving, but also that you'll feel comfort and that you're not alone, because you aren't. There are many people that have a challenging lot in life, and we can work through it. We can change our circumstances slightly by moving, but our natal chart is still our natal chart at the end of the day. But we can do the best that we can with our circumstances. Again, I'm the Academic Astrologer, and if you'd like to book a reading, please go to theacademicastrologer.com, and I hope you have a great day.